Hello everyone, Mike here again with another video, and today is all about working in 2D. Up to this point, you've probably only used features like extrusions and revolutions for 3D solids. However, these features are not limited to 3D solids, and when you know this, you can utilize it to create complex parts more easily. So to demonstrate, the first thing to mention in 2D features is the boundary patch. Boundary patch is up here. And basically what it does is it takes a closed loop in the sketch and gives it area. So for example, if we were to create a sketch here, draw a polygon, finish the sketch, and hit boundary patch, select the polygon we just drew and hit OK. And so you see how it took the sketch we had drawn and just gave it some area. And now to change this part from 2D into 3D, there is this thicken command here, which just gives volume to a 2D surface. It has different options here, the thickness, which direction it'll go. In this case, it probably would have been easier to extrude this part as a solid, but what happens if you have a case like this? This here is a collection of 3 different sketches and on 3 different planes. It is impossible to extrude a solid out of this, and it is a case where working in 2D is advantageous. We can create a boundary patch here, clicking each of the features of the sketch we want, hit OK, and just repeat the process, thicken, and create ourselves a part out of this collection of sketches. The next thing to know about working in 2D is surface features. Commands like extrusions and revolutions can be performed to create only surfaces instead of solids. So let's say, for example, I have this square drawn here. Finish the sketch and hit extrude. There is an option here where you can change the output from a solid to just a surface. And if I do that, it'll extrude just like a normal solid, but this square will have no volume. And you can see that when it turns invisible in the front view. Now, to demonstrate a more complex application, here we have a hexagon at one end of a spline, and we have a square on the other end. Utilizing surface features, we can mesh these sketches together more easily than with solid features. So if we go to Loft here, go to Surface Feature, click your first sketch, click your second sketch, click a center line, and then similar to boundary patches, we can make this 3D by thickening it. Just thicken all the surfaces that we need. And voila! So that hopefully demonstrates how working in 2D can make your life easier. The next command to know when working in 2D is the stitch command. Stitch is just like boundary patch, but on a level up. A stitch takes closed surfaces in your part and gives them volume. So here we have a collection of surfaces. The sides here were created with boundary patches, and the top and bottom here were created with surface extrusions. And when we hit stitch and pick all the different faces of our part and hit apply, you can see it just created our part for us, and it created it as a solid. And we can see this by going through the section view here. Have section view, and you can see that the part is solid all the way through. The last thing that's useful to know about working in 2D is the split face command. It has nice aesthetic uses as it allows you to break up a face and color it differently. Say we have this, for example. We have a curved surface here and a sketch drawn above it. Now, what I can do is extrude these individually as surface features. Bring this back. Extrude. This one all the way. Extrude. This one all the way. Extrude this one all the way. And extrude the middle all the way also. And once that's done, I can go up here to the split face command, pick the cutting tool first, and then pick the face that needs to be split. Actually, this needs to be the split tool first. Hit apply. And then get rid of these here. You can see how the faces have been broken up, leaving the middle and the outside where we defined it. And we can just repeat the same process using all our surface extrusions that we had. So, and once that's done, we can differentiate the color. So take these, make them invisible. So what I'll do is I'll take this face and this face, go to properties, make these red, take this face and this face, make them white, and I'll take these and make them blue. This looks strangely familiar. Let us change the material here. Well, that's the gist of working with 2D. I hope you have found this video helpful. Feel free to give feedback, and I'll see you next time.